Good morning, everyone. So this is the sum we will do now in front of your screen. The following are the summarized balance sheets of two companies, A Limited and B Limited, as on 31st March 2014. So the balance sheet is given for two companies, A Limited and B Limited. In the liability side, equity share capital of 10 rupees each is there, 15 lakh, 10 lakh, which will be equal to 1 lakh 50,000 and 1 lakh number of shares. Reserves 3 lakh, 2 lakh, 10% debentures, 6 lakh, 4 lakh. Creditors 3 lakh, 5 lakh. And in the asset side, we have goodwill, net tangible block, tangible fixed assets, current assets. So they have given the revalued figures of the assets. Assets are to be revalued as follows. Revaluation of tangible block for A Limited, it is 21 lakh. For B Limited, it is 12 lakh. Revaluation of current assets is given 10 lakh and 4 lakhs. And then we have average annual profit for 3 years before charging debenture interest. डिबेंचर इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करने से पहले का प्रॉफिट इज 4,50,000 फॉर ए लिमिटेड and 3,10,000 for B Limited. Goodwill is to be valued at 4 years purchase of average super profits for 3 years. So goodwill has to be valued for 4 years purchase, and we have to find out average super profit. Super profit is the excess of profit we earn over the normal or the regular profits. What the normal profit is earned by the by the companies, by the businesses in a similar industry, when the company achieves more than that normal profit, it is known as super profit. So there is a minimum profit which the businesses which are there in a particular industry has to earn. So the profit above or excess than the normal profit is known as the super profit. So goodwill is to be valued at 4 years purchase of the average super profit for 3 years. So average profit is for 3 years. So when we are talking about average, so the profit what we are averaging will be the profit for 3 years. So average super profit is for 3 years, and we have to multiply by 4 because we will have, suppose this profit we assume to be continued for the future, in the future, for 4 years. So in lump sum, we will pay the goodwill for the future 4 years. So 1 year's goodwill, for example, 1 year super profit is 1 lakh. So goodwill is assumed, we assume that this super profit will continue in the future for 4 years. So we, in lump sum, we pay the goodwill 1 lakh into 4, then goodwill will be valued as at 4 years purchase of average super profit. And this average is for 3 years, that is given in the question. So average is to be calculated after adjusting of depreciation, of 10% on the amount of increase or decrease on revaluation of fixed asset. Means what we will have to do, we will have to adjust the depreciation at 10%. We will have to adjust the depreciation at 10% in the difference in the revalued amount. मतलब यहाँ पे देखो compare, we can compare net tangible block was 17 lakhs and the of A Limited, it was 17 lakh. Now the revalued figure is 21 lakh. So whether it is an increase or a decrease in net tangible block of A Limited, earlier it was 17 lakh and now it is 21 lakh. Tell me whether it is an increase or a decrease in the net tangible block, which was earlier 17 lakh and now it is 21 lakh. So there is an increase of 4 lakhs. Same way for B Limited, uh, 14 lakh. Earlier, the tangible block was 14 lakh. Now it is 12 lakh. Means there is a decrease in the tangible block revaluation. When there is a revaluation, there is a decrease in the net tangible block. So when there is an increase, our the depreciation will have to be, we will have to calculate the depreciation in the increased amount, and when there is a decrease, depreciation also will decrease. देखो when there is a increase in the, पहले 14 लाख पे depreciation calculate किया रहेगा, now the amount has come to 12 lakh, means there will be a decrease in depreciation in 2 lakh, the net amount, the difference between the change revaluation, there we have to adjust the depreciation. So they have said that we will have to we'll have to adjust the depreciation of 10% on the amount of increase or decrease on revaluation of fixed asset. And in case of B Limited, a claim of rupees 10,000 which was omitted is to be adjusted against its average profit. So there was a claim which was earlier, the claim which was omit. So what we have to do in the claim of 10,000 which was omitted is to be adjusted against the average profit. So we will have, there was a claim which was omitted, but the effect of for the same is not given against the average profit. That effect we will have to give, means there was a claim which was omitted, but the adjustment for the same was not made in the average profit. There was a claim of 10,000 which was omitted, but is to be adjusted against the average profit, that has not been adjusted in the average profit, which we will have to adjust in the average profit. It has been omitted means we will have to less. So that less in the average profit we will be doing. Now, when we solve the problem, income tax is to be ignored. So we will have to ignore the income tax. Normal profit on capital employed is to be taken at 15% of capital employed, being considered on the basis of revalued amount of tangible assets. So what we will have to do, we will have to take the normal profit at 15%, NRR 15% is given in the question. So we will have to calculate the normal profit based on 15% of the capital employed. So but capital employed is not given, so we will have to calculate the capital employed on the basis of the revalued figure, revalued amount of tangible assets given in the question, and then we will have to also compute the value of business on asset basis. So we will have to calculate the value of business also. So let us start. First we will calculate, first what is given, our step one. Step 1, average annual profit is given. Average, let us prepare this in a, what we will do, we will prepare insert a column here. So let us insert a column here, 3 columns for, for amount, 2 columns, because 2 companies are there, A Limited and B Limited, and this will be the particulars. So first one, what we will do, step 1, we will calculate the average. This is given, average annual profit is given. How much it is? Before, average annual profit before debenture interest. See here given, average annual profit for 3 years. Average means it is already average taken of 3 years profits before charging debenture interest. So debenture interest we will have to deduct because that has not been charged. 4,50,000, 3,10,000. So we will write A limited is 4,50,000, B limited is 3,10,000. Now what we will have to do from this, we will have to less the what is not been deducted, charged. Debenture interest is not charged. Debenture interest is how much? Let us see the balance sheet. Debenture is 10%. So interest also will be 10%. Debenture is 10%. So 10% debentures, that means interest to be calculated on debentures is 10%. So 6 lakh ka 10% is 60,000. 4 lakh ka 10% is 40,000. So we will have to calculate right here. Debenture interest 6 lakhs 10% is 60,000, that we will have to less, and 4 lakh 10% is 40,000. So what we will do, we will less here. So we will get the net profit after debenture interest deduction. After less interest, we will get this much, 3,90,000, and here it will be 2,70,000. Now what we will do, we will have to less, this is profit, average profit after interest. Average profit after interest, average profit after interest. Now what we will do, we will have to less the things what they have not deducted. The depreciation we have to adjust. Depreciation on so depreciation on what is it, revaluation of fixed asset. So let us now see, let us do a comparison here. Let us do a comparison. Earlier it was 17 lakhs. Earlier for A limited, net block was 17 lakh, and now it is net tangible block was 17 lakh. Now it is 21 lakh. There is an increase in the value of the tangible asset. Increase by how much? 17 से 21 lakhs हो गया है. Means how much increase? It is 4 lakhs increase. So if the increase is 4 lakhs, we will have to calculate depreciation on the increased amount. So increase in value of tangible block, net tangible block, increase in value of net tangible block is how much? 21 lakhs minus 17 lakhs, which is equal to 4 lakhs. So what we will list, I will show in the working note first. I will show in the working note. So this is 4 lakh. So now 4 lakh. So depreciation to be charged on the increased value of A limited. How much it will be? Value is 4 lakh and depreciation is 10%. So it will be coming to 40,000. So here first I will write depreciation less. So when we will less here, we will write fixed here. What is it? On net tangible asset, tangible block they have given of which limited? A limited. So it will be how much less? 40,000. 40,000 less, because there is an increase in the value of the tangible block revaluation. There was a revaluation, there was an appreciation in the net tangible block for 4 lakhs. So when there is an appreciation, we will have to increase additional, we have to calculate additional depreciation. And now let us compare for B Limited. When we have seen B Limited earlier was 14 lakh, but after revaluation it has become 12 lakh. Means next one, there is a saving in depreciation. Add savings in depreciation of net tangible block, net tangible block of B Limited. So here let us see, the first one was for A Limited. Now we will see here for B Limited. B Limited. So B Limited, what is the revaluation? Revaluation in the net tangible block. Tangible block, it is how much? It is from 40, it was 14 lakh, the new value is 12 lakh, and the old value was 14 lakh. So there is 1 minute, 10 has to come here, 12 lakh. So there is a decrease in the value of tangible block of rupees 2 lakh, of rupees 2 lakhs. So when there is a decrease, there will be savings in depreciation. When value is reduced, then the depreciation also will reduce. After revaluation, there is a reduction in the value of fixed asset. So how much is the value of depreciation? It is 2 lakh into 10%, because our depreciation was 10%. So 10%, which will be equal to how much? It will be equal to rupees 20,000. So here we will write B Limited ka, it is how much? It is 20,000 savings. So it will come 20,000. So now what we will do? Now this is also done. So now what we will do? Now anything else? Yes, there is an omission. There is an omission. That omission, there is an omission of 10,000. In the case of B Limited, there is a claim of rupees 10,000 which was omitted. Is to be adjusted against average profit. That omitted claim has to be adjusted. तो वो जो omit हुआ है claim, वो हमने adjust, we have not lessed it. So less omission in of claim. Omission of claim, that is 10,000. So that less we will have to do, then we will get the average profit after adjusted average profit. Then we will get the adjusted average profit. Adjusted average profit. We will get the adjusted average profit for both the companies. So how much it will be? 3,90,000 minus 40 will give me 3,50,000. 2,70,000 plus 20 minus 10 will give me 2,80,000. So I have got the adjusted average profit of the company. Now my second step, Now my second step will be to calculate the normal profit. So here only I will go to the step 2. Step 2 is to calculate normal profit. Normal profit. So but for before normal profit, I want capital employed, because capital employed निकालना पड़ेगा. कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. सो कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड के लिए मुझे असेट्स दिया है. विच असेट्स आर देयर? देयर इज नेट. वी विल हैव नेट टैंजिबल ब्लॉक रीवैल्यूड फिगर दिया है वो. एंड देन करंट असेट है. लेट अस गो टू द क्वेश्चन एंड सी व्हाट ऑल आर देयर. So capital employed which we are calculating, there we will exclude goodwill and any what you say non trading investment. मतलब जो भी हमारा बिजनेस से रिलेटेड इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, मतलब जब भी हम इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं तो वो बिजनेस से रिलेटेड नहीं होता, बिकॉज वी हैव एक्सेस कैश, वी इन्वेस्टेड समवेयर. तो नॉन ट्रेडिंग जो रिटर्न्स फ्रॉम नॉन ट्रेडिंग असेट्स होता है, या हियर वी विल हैव टू टेक इन्वेस्टमेंट. अगर होता, इफ देयर वुड हैव बीन इन्वेस्टमेंट, वी हैड टू इग्नोर इट, एंड वी विल नॉट इवन, we will also exclude goodwill. So यहाँ पे we will, if want we can write in bracket excluding, but here because investment is not there, I am not writing. In the previous sum, during explanation I had told you that while calculating the capital employed, we will have to exclude goodwill here, because it is value of business excluding goodwill. Goodwill will not come, because goodwill we have to find out. We will have to find out goodwill here. So excluding goodwill and excluding even investment, if it is non-trading in nature, we will have to exclude it. So asset may there are two kinds of asset. We have seen goodwill, excluding goodwill, net tangible block and current asset. Both figures are given. 21 lakh, 12 lakh, 10 lakh and 4 lakh. So I will write here 21 lakh, 21 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 21 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 10 lakhs and 4 lakhs. So I will write here, these amounts are given here, 10 lakh and 4 lakhs. So we have written all the assets which are there, net tangible block and current assets. Only that much assets were there. Now what we will do, add the total. So this is step 1. I will highlight it. Step 2, we have the total. You will have to find out the total. So how much is the total? Total of assets is, how much it is? 31 lakhs, and here it is 16 lakhs. And from this what we will do, we will less our external liabilities. To calculate the capital employed, we will have to calculate the minus the external liabilities, where we have debenture and we have creditors. So here we will do, so here we have debentures, 10% debentures, 10% debentures, it is 6 lakh, 4 lakh, 4 lakh. Then one line below it should come. Then we have creditors. Creditors is how much? Let us see. Creditors is 3 lakh, 5 lakh. So we'll write here 3 lakh and 5 lakh. one more thing what we will include here is, see, there is one claim, one liability which was omitted. So even there was one liability which was omitted there, which they had given in the adjustment claim, that is 10,000, and we will get it here. We get it here. It will be how much? It is how much it is here? Minus. You will get 22 lakhs. Pehle let us write the total. First, let us write the total of liability. It is coming how much? It is coming 9 lakh. Less karna, so I am showing it in the bracket. And here it is coming 9 lakh 10,000. 9 lakh 10,000. So we will get the capital employed A minus B. So how much it will be? It will be 22 lakhs, and here it will be 6 lakh 90,000. So we have got the second step also. Now we will go to the third step. Step 3, NRR, normal rate of return, that is given. It is 10%. I am writing here only 10%. Now I will go to the step 4, normal profit. Normal profit, which is 10% or 15%. I'm sorry. NRR is 15%. NRR is how much? Normal profit. NRR is 15% on capital employed. So here we know the capital employed. This will be capital employed into 15%, we will get the normal profit. Means at least minimum 15% should be earned by the industries for the businesses operating in this particular industry. So 22 lakh ka 15%, how much you are getting? 22 lakh ka 15%. 22 lakh ka 15%, it is coming 3,30,000, and 6,90,000 ka 15%, it is coming 1,03,500. So we have got the normal profit also. So we have got normal profit also. Now what we will do, after getting the normal profit, we will find out the super profit. Super profit is what? Super profit is equal to average profit, that is the profit earned by this particular business, minus the normal profit. So average profit, which we got in step 1, minus normal profit, which we got in step 3. So what we will do, let us adjust this. Normal profit. So what is average profit? Average profit is the profit which is earned by a particular business. So that we have got, and normal profit is the profit earned by the, it should be earned, minimum profit that should be earned by the businesses operating in that particular business. So that is the normal profit. We will get how much more are we earning than the एवरेज. तो ए लिमिटेड का हम लोग जितना नॉर्मली अर्न करना चाहिए उससे कितना ज्यादा अर्न करते हैं. नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट से अगर हम थोड़ा भी ज्यादा अर्न करते हैं देन इट बिकम्स अ, 1 रुपया भी ज्यादा अर्न करते हैं नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट से तो वो दैट बिकम्स अ सुपर प्रॉफिट. सो ए लिमिटेड A limited is equal to average profit कितना है? How much is the average profit? Average profit is 3,50,000. Normal profit is 3,30,000. So we get the super profit how much? Super profit is 20,000. Same way B limited का भी find out करना है. B limited. So 1 minute. So here now we will find out for B limited. That the average profit is how much? Limited average profit is B limited average profit is 2,80,000. Minus what is the normal profit we have got? 1,03,500. 1,03,500. So how much we get? The difference will be the super profit, difference between normal profit and super average profit and normal profit is the super profit. Now finally we will have to find out goodwill, and goodwill is super profit into number of years of purchase, and here it is 4 years of purchase. So super profit into 4 years of purchase, because यहाँ पे they have given number of years of purchases, they have given in the question 4 year valued at 4 years purchase, 4 years purchase. So what we will have to do, 4 years purchase. So into 4 karo, 20,000 into 4, we get 80,000. And same way 1,76,500 into 4, we get a higher amount of goodwill, that is 7,06,000. 7,06,000. So we have value calculated the goodwill. goodwill आ गया. अभी हमें यहाँ पे एक और चीज पूछा है, that is valuation of business. Valuation of business. So valuation of business is capital employed. It is capital employed in business plus goodwill. Plus goodwill is valuation of business. So capital employed तो हमने already find किया है और goodwill अभी find किया, तो दो when we add both of them we will get the goodwill. So A limited, how much is the capital employed? Capital employed is 22 lakhs. Here capital employed 22 lakhs plus how much is the goodwill? Goodwill is 80,000. 80,000. So our capital employed for value of business for A limited becomes 22,80,000. 22,80,000. And same way B limited it is 6,90,000. Capital employed plus 7,06,000 is the goodwill. So add both of them, we will get rupees 13,96,000. With this This sum is done. We have found out the goodwill, and finally we have found out the value of business which was asked. Value of business was asked. So value of business also we have found out. With this sum is done. This is the next sum we will do now. The following is the summary balance sheet of Happy and Lucky Limited as at 31 December 2013. So liability side and asset side balance sheet is given as on 31st December 2013. Creditors is there, loan from Bold is there at 18% rate of interest, share capital is there. In the asset side, there is cash and bank, debtors, stock, factory fixed asset, land, goodwill. So Happy and Lucky Limited decided to amalgamate with Bold Limited on the following terms and conditions. Now there is an amalgamation between Happy and Lucky Limited and Bold Limited. See, there is Bold who had given loan to business at 18%. Now the same company, this Happy and Lucky Limited is going to amalgamate. So on the following terms and conditions, stock, factory, fixed asset and land are to be revalued at rupees 50,000, 2,50,000 and 1,50,000 respectively. So stock, earlier it was 55,000. Now the new value is 50,000. Factory fixed asset, earlier it was 2 lakh. The new value is 2,50,000. Land earlier was 50,000. The new value is 1,50,000. They have given the new value, revised value, revalued value. So provision for doubtful debts to be made at rupees 3,000. So doubtful debts provision on debtors is 3,000. Other assets and liabilities except goodwill are to be taken at balance sheet values. So other apart from whose no revised value is not given, other assets leaving goodwill except goodwill, it should be taken at balance sheet value. So data they have given RDD, stock, factory fixed asset, land, revised value is given. Goodwill we need not take. Then what is left out? Cash and bank, uska. Then for that we will have to take the balance sheet value. Goodwill is to be valued by, now how to value the goodwill? Goodwill is to be valued by capitalization of future maintainable profits method. So we will have to, this value of goodwill 40,000 we cannot take. We will have to value the goodwill, and goodwill is to be valued by capitalization of future maintainable profits method. So FMP, capitalization of FMP method may we will have to find out the goodwill. So for the value of calculating FMP, future maintainable profit, for the purpose of calculating future maintainable profit, you are informed that the trend revealed by the revenue statement for 3 years ended 31st December 2013 will be maintained for the next 4 years. See, future maintainable profits means the profit which we will be earning in the future. So they say that when we see the trend of the revenue statement for 3 years, 2011, 12 and 13, the same pattern, the same trend is observed. It will be maintained for the next 4 years. So that same trend will be maintained for the next 4 years. Next 4 years में भी same trend हम रहेगा, मेंटेन करेंगे. सो हमें ऑब्जर्व करना है 3 इयर्स का रेवेन्यू स्टेटमेंट जो हमें दिया है, और उसमें जो चेंजेस है, जो ट्रेंड है, इट विल बी followed in the next 4 years for calculating the future maintainable profit. So depreciation on factory fixed asset is to be provided at 20% on reducing balance method with reference to the revalued figure. So we will have to observe what is the fixed factory fixed asset ka revalued figure. It is 2,50,000. Factory fixed asset is 2,50,000. We will have to calculate depreciation on factory fixed asset at 20% on RBM method, reducing balance method, RBM method. The normal return expected in the line of business is 16 to third percentage. It is how much? 16 to third percent. Now when we solve 16 to third, we get 1 upon 6. If you know how to calculate 16 to third this fraction, you will get the answer 1 upon 6. I will show you that calculation when we will be doing this sum. In the working note, I will show you this calculation. Income tax rate at 50%. Income tax rate is calculated at 50%, and they have given the revenue statement for the 3 years ended 31st December 2013, given below. Now sales, if we observe, the same trend is to be followed. They have told the trend revealed by revenue statement for the 3 years ended 31/12/2013 will be maintained for the next 4 years. So we will have to maintain the same trend. Let us see. Sales में how trend is है. For 11 में 2011 में sales was 5,50,000. In 12 it is 6 lakh. In 13 it is 6,50,000. So what trend we can observe? That from 2011 till 2013, every year there is an increase in sales of rupees 50,000. We can see that every year the sales is increasing by rupees 50,000, correct? 2011, 2012 and 2013, we can see that each year the sales is increasing by 50,000, 5,50,000, say 6 lakh. Sales has increased to 6 lakh. There is a difference of 50,000. 6 lakh, say in the 2012 from 6 lakh, the sales have come to 6 lakh 50. So that is again an increase of 50,000. That means every year sales is showing an increase of 50,000. The same trend will be followed in the next 4 years. Then cost of sales 3,30,000, 3,60,000 and 3,90,000. Means there is an increase of 30,000, 3,30,000. From 3,30,000 it has come to 3,60,000 in 2012, and from 3,60,000 2012 it has come to 3,90,000 in 2013. Means there is an increase of 30,000 each year. So the same trend will be followed for the next 4 years also. As it is told in the question, the trend revealed by the revenue statement for the 3 years ended 31/12/2013 will be maintained for the next 4 years. So then gross margin, when we will minus, we will get 2,20,000, say 2,40,000, say 2,60,000, means there is a difference of how much? 20,000. 2,20,000, 2,40,000, 2,60,000. There is a difference of 20,000. Increase in gross profit of 20,000. Every year there is an increase in the gross margin, gross profit of rupees 20,000. Then there are expenses. Expenses 50,000 से 54,000 हुआ, उससे 58,000. So every year there is increase of 4,000 in the expenses. So that will also continue for the next 4 years. Depreciation was 20,000 every year. Depreciation on fixed asset was 20,000 every year. If this information was not given, we would have continued with 20,000. We would have continued with 20,000. But they have told that for the fixed asset depreciation, we will have to calculate 20,000 on reducing balance method with reference to the revalued figure, which is 2,50,000. Factory fixed assets revalued figure is 2,50,000, on which we will have to calculate 20% depreciation on RBM method, reducing balance method. And normal return expected, that we have already discussed. So after that, there is interest on Bold's loan. Interest on Bold. So now Bold Limited is becoming the, we are getting amalgamated into the same business. So intercompany debts we have to ignore whenever there is a amalgamation. And after amalgamation, if same companies are having any uh, debts, that means any intercompany borrowings or intercompany, like this A limit, this one Happy Go Lucky has to pay to Bold Limited, or Bold Limited has to pay to Happy and Lucky Limited, those both transact that those both borrowings, the borrowings of Happy Go Lucky and Bold Limited has to be ignored, because both of them are now a same business. So इनके बीच में जितना भी लेन देन होगा वो cancel हो जाएगा. Anything which has to be paid or received from in among them, Happy Go Lucky and Bold Limited, has to be cancelled. So there was one loan from Bold Limited, 18%, 3 lakhs. Now because Happy and Lucky and Bold are amalgamating into one business, this loan has to be cancelled, because it is now the both of them are one business. So by this way, we will prepare the FMP. We will have to prepare statements. So let us start with the solution. Let us start with the solution. Firstly, we will have to find out FMP, that is statement of future maintainable profit. We will have to find out future maintainable profit. Statement of future maintainable profit. Statement of FMP, future maintainable profit. Future maintainable profit. Let us find out FMP first, future maintainable profit. So for that, we will have to prepare the profit for 4 years. For the future 4 years, given trend of the previous 3 years will be maintained in the next 4 years. Particulars 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to adjust these amounts. So for the 4 years, let us see what will be the profit for the 4 years. So what are 2013? After 2013, it would be 2014, then 15, then 16, and then 2017. Here it will be particulars. Particulars. So what we will do, we will start what profit for sales is there, na? Was there is sales, so we will have to start. Revenue statement is showing the same trend, so we will start with sales. Tell me, in 2011 the sale was 5,50,000, that increase of 50,000, 6 lakh, then again increase of 50,000, 6 lakh 50. So what will be the sales in 2014? Can anyone tell me? 6,50,000 से 50,000 और add करके it will be 7 lakh. And then what will be the sales in 2015? It will be 7 lakh plus 50,000, 7 lakh 50. Then what will be the sales in 2016? Again there will be an increase of 50,000. And then what will be the sales in 2017? Again there will be an increase of 50,000. See, we have seen the trend is that every year there is an increase in sales of 50,000. So keeping that trend in mind, our sales have increased every year by 50,000. They have told that the trend will remain the same. Now from this we will less the cost of sales. Cost of sales, for what trend we have observed? Cost of sales, what is the trend? 3 lakh 30 in 2011 to it was increased to 3 lakh 60, 30,000 increase. Then in 2013 again there was an increase in 30,000. So what will now, so we will assume in 2014 also there will be an increase in 30,000. So 3 lakh 90 minus 30,000 will be how much? 4 lakh 20,000. Then again increase of 30,000 will give me 4 lakh 50,000. Then again increase of 30,000 will give me 4 lakh 80,000. Then again increase of 30,000 will give me 5 lakh 10,000. So I have got the cost of sales also. Now what I want the gross margin. So gross margin, how do we get the gross margin? Sales minus cost of sales. When we, from the sales, we minus the cost of sales, we get the gross profit. So how much is the gross profit? 7 lakh minus 4 lakh 20. We get 2 lakh 80,000. But when we observe here, this is also having the same trend. 2 lakh 20 से 2 lakh 40 हुआ, then there was a 20,000 difference. 2 lakh 40 to it became 2 lakh 60 again, that was a 20%. So not 20, I mean 20,000 change. 2 lakh 20 से 2 lakh 40 हुआ, 20,000 increase. 2 lakh 40 से it became 2 lakh 60,000, 20,000 increase. Again 2 lakh 62 it has become 2 lakh 80. This is also 20,000 increase. So again see in this year how much will it be? Is it coming to 3 lakhs? 7 lakh 50 minus 4 lakh 50. Then it should be again 20,000 increase. Difference 8 lakh minus 4 lakh 80,000. Again there will be a 20,000 increase. That is 3 lakh 40, and you can check it by 8 lakh 50,000 minus 5 lakh 10,000. We have got gross profit also. Now after getting the gross profit, what we will do? We will have to do less expenses. And expenses, what trend we have seen? What is the trend in expenses every year? From 50,000 it had come to 54,000. From 54,000 it had come to 58,000. So there we can see there is a 4,000 increase. So from 58 plus 4,000, it will come to 62,000. 62 plus 4,000, it will come to 66,000. 66 plus 4,000, it will come to 70,000. 70 plus 4,000, it will come to 74,000. Then we have depreciation for fixed asset. So next what will be? Less will be less depreciation on fixed asset. Depreciation on fixed assets. This we can do in the working note. This we can do in the working note. What happened? The revalued figure of fixed asset depreciation, revalued figure was 2,50,000. It was how much? 2,50,000. So they have told that we have to take 20% depreciation on reducing balance method with reference to the revalued figure, and revalued figure of fixed factory fixed asset is 2,50,000. So we will have to take 20% depreciation, 2,50,000 into 20%. How much are we getting? How much are we getting this amount? Is it coming to 50,000? Is it coming to rupees 50,000? So the depreciation first year will be 50,000. Now this is not straight line method that every year the amount of depreciation will remain same. As per RBM method, what will happen? RBM, reducing balance method, every year we find out the depreciation on the WDV, reduced balance. So RBM method, according to RBM method, 2,50,000 minus the amount of depreciation, that is equal to 2 lakh. This year we will have to find out 20% on 2 lakh. 2 lakh into 20%, which will give us a depreciation of how much? This will give us the depreciation of 40,000. This will give us the depreciation of 40,000 in the next year. So we'll write down next year the depreciation is 40,000. Same way in the next year, what we will do in the next year again the balance, reducing balance reducing balance every year we will have to find out the depreciation from the after minusing depreciation minus करने के बाद from the value, that is initially the value of the plant and machinery was 2,50,000, but there was a reduction in the value 20%, which was equal to 50,000, means then the value had become 2 lakh. Uspe again 20% reduction hua, so here it will become 1,60,000, जिसपे फिर 20% reduction होगा. So then how much will be the value? How much will be the value? It will be 32,000. It will be third year, the value will be 32,000. Then next year again we will find out the depreciation. Again we will find out the depreciation. How much it will be? 1,60,000 minus 32,000, which is equal to how much? How much you are getting? How, after minusing depreciation, 1,62,000, sorry, 1,60,000 minus 32,000, we will get 1,28,000. We will have to again calculate 20% on this amount. 20%. So how much you will get the depreciation for the fourth year? According to RBM, it will be equal to rupees 25,600. So last year our depreciation will be 25,600. So after this we will get total expenses. Because now when you see the question, there was one more expense of interest on Bolt's loan. But now when Bolt Limited is become amalgamating into Happy and Lucky Limited, his interest, because now these are one company, their intercompany borrowings has to be ignored. So what we will do, we will add both the expenses. Only two expenses we will have to consider in the future, because there is amalgamation. This interest on Bold loan has to be ignored. So 66,000 plus 40,000, how much is it coming to? 1,06,000, and 70,000 plus 32,000 is coming to 1,02,000. 74,000 plus 25,600 is coming to 99,600. When we minus total our gross profit and total expense, when we minus our gross profit and total expense, we get the net profit. So we get the net profit. So how much will be the net profit? Let us find out. 2,80,000 minus 1,12,000, it will be 1,68,000. 1,68,000. See, 2,80,000 minus 1,12,000, it is 1,68,000. 3 lakh minus 1,06,000 will give us 1,94,000. And 3,20,000 minus 1,02,000 will give us 2,18,000. Then 3,40,000 minus 99,600 will give us 2,40,400. So we have got the net profits for all the 4 years. Now our next step is to find out the average FMP, average adjusted profit. So we will have to find out the average profit. Let us find out the average FMP. Let us find out the average profit. Average profit. So average profit, what will it be? Total profit divided by number of years. So average profit is how to take the average. Total profit, it will be total profit divided by number of years. Number of years are 4, correct? So total profit के लिए 1,68,000. Add all of them. 1,68,000 plus 1,94,000 plus 2,18,000. 2,18,000 plus 2,40,400 divide by 4. So what we will do, add all this, how much you are getting? Add all the 4 amounts. 2,18,000 plus 2,40,400 divide by 4. How much are you getting? How much are you getting after doing this? Are you getting the average as 2,05,100? Add all of them and divide by 4. See whether you are getting this amount. 1,68,000 plus 1,94,000 plus 2,18,000 plus 240,400. It is 820,400. Divide by 4. Divide. It is 844. How much it is coming? Are we getting the same amount? Yes, we are getting the same amount. We are getting the same amount. I hope all of you are also getting the same amount. So what will be our next step now? Our next step after getting the average profit is we have not deducted the tax. नहीं तो what we could have done here, only we could have done that. One more way is there that यही net profit से क्या question में they have told profit tax is 50%. तो यहीं पे हम एक एक साल का टैक्स भी निकाल सकते थे माइनस करके आफ्टर टैक्स, बट देन इट बिकम्स वेरी लेंदी. सो हियर वी कैन डू अ शॉर्टकट. ये जो हमें एवरेज प्रॉफिट आया है ना, उसमें से डायरेक्टली हम टैक्स माइनस कर देंगे 50%. सो एफएमपी बिफोर टैक्स, before tax, average FMP, na, this is average. We have taken the average of the future maintainable profit. So average is 2,05,100. इसमें से directly we will take the income tax 50%. Income tax at 50%. नहीं तो one more way was there. ये जो नेट प्रॉफिट है यहीं पे टैक्स भी माइनस करो, बट देन इट बिकम सो मच लेंदी. सबका 50-50% निकालो, फिर लेस करो, फिर एवरेज करो. इट बिकम्स अ वेरी लेंदी प्रोसीजर. यहाँ पे एवरेज पहले निकाला, अब भी टैक्स निकाला, सेम आंसर तो आने वाला. लेंदी में करो या ऐसे करो, यू विल गेट द सेम आंसर. सो दिस इज कमिंग टू 2,02,550. This is coming to 2,05,550. So after tax also will be the same average, because 50% tax, average FMP after tax. This will also be the same because this is also the same. So we got the average FMP after tax. Now this here, next one we will have to use the capitalization of FMP formula. Now what they have asked us to find out the goodwill through capitalization of FMP method. So what is capitalization of FMP? Capitalization of FMP से हमें value of business मिलता है by doing capitalization of FMP. So capitalization of FMP given in the question, capitalization of FMP, capitalization of FMP, 1 minute, let me write here, capitalization of FMP is nothing but value of business. So kabhi bhi when you say capitalization of FMP, what does it give you? It gives you value of business. It gives you what? It gives you valuation of business. Capitalization of FMP is what? Value of business. Capitalization of FMP gives us value of business. So what is the formula for that? For that the formula is FMP. हमें FMP चाहिए into 100 divide by NRR. This is the formula. Capitalization of FMP. And कैसे पता? They have told find out the goodwill by capitalization of FMP method. See here, goodwill is to be valued by capitalization of FMP method. So जब हम capitalization of FMP करते हैं तो हमें value of business मिलता है, and क्या value of business including goodwill. So value of business में तो goodwill भी included है. Value of business including goodwill. So value of business including goodwill. So now what we will do, capitalization of FMP is value of business including goodwill. So यहाँ पे हमें पता है कि FMP कितना है. FMP is 1,02,550 into 150 into 100 divide by, it is 16 2/3%. It is how much? 16 2/3%. How much is the NRR? It is 16 2/3%. Here we will write 16 2/3%. One minute. 16 2/3%. 16 2/3%. सो ये 16 2/3% को कैसे सॉल्व करना है मैंने आपको बताया. इफ यू विल सॉल्व दिस 16 2/3 यू विल गेट 1/6. आप 16 2/3 को सॉल्व करोगे ना 16 2/3% को, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? यू विल गेट आंसर एज 2 डिवाइड बाई 3 परसेंट, आपको आंसर मिलेगा 1/6। कैसे? 16 इंटू 3 इज 48। 16 इंटू 3 इज 48। कैसे सॉल्व करना है इसको? 16 इज इन द सेंटर एंड 2/3%। सो 16 2/3%। हाँ, ये सिर्फ तुम लोग को समझने के लिए मैंने ऐसे लिखा है कि इज नथिंग बट 16 2/3%। सो 16 2/3%। वैसे 16 माइनस 2/3 नहीं है ये, इट इज 16 2/3%। 16 2/3%। तो 16 2/3% का कैसे सॉल्व करना है? 16 इंटू 3 इज 48 प्लस 2 इज 50। सो 50/3% हो जाएगा। परसेंट मतलब क्या? डिवाइड बाई 100। सो 50/3, 50/3 जब डिवीजन है अपॉन 100, डिवीजन है 50/3, 50/3 डिवाइड बाय 100। सो जब हम लोग ये इसको कन्वर्ट करते डिवीजन को मल्टीप्लीकेशन में, तो 100 मतलब क्या? 100/1। तो ये 100/1 विल बिकम द रेसिप्रोकल। सो दिस 100/1 will become 1/100। so इसको कैसे सॉल्व करना है? 50/3 into 1/100। So 50 into 1, direct multiplication. 50 is the numerator, 3 is the denominator. Here 1 is the numerator, 100 is the denominator. तो न्यूमरेटर को न्यूमरेटर से मल्टीप्लाई करो, डिनोमिनेटर को डिनोमिनेटर से। So 50 into 1, 50 into 1 upon, we will have to do 3 into 100. So we will get the answer 50 ones are 50 and 3 into 100 will give us 300. So हमें आंसर आएगा 50 ones are 50 and 56 are 300. So ऐसे सॉल्व करने पे हमें 1/6 आंसर मिलता है। 50/300 we will get the answer 1/6. We will get the answer 1/6. So we'll get the answer 1/6. So this is just for your information. I have showed you that 60/60 2/3% gives us 1/6, gives us 1/6. So this one here क्या हो जाएगा? 1,02,550 into 100/1/6 will become what? This will become into 6, sorry, upon 1/6 will become into 100 divide by 6. उल्टा हो जाएगा ये। 1/6 will become 6/1। जब हम इसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो इट व्हाट इट बिकम्स, ये डिवीजन को जब हम मल्टीप्लीकेशन में लेके आते तो इट बिकम्स लाइक दैट। तो 1 मिनट, इसको मैं ऐसे नहीं, तुम लोग को इजी में समझाने के लिए व्हाट आई विल डू इज, पहले आई विल मल्टीप्लाई। सो हियर 1,02,550 into 100 will become how much? 1,02,500. It will be 10 lakh। तो मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया 100 से, तो ये हो जाएगा 10 लाख में, तो 10,25,000, 1 crore, 1 minute. What will it become? It will become 1 crore 2,55,000. It will become 1 crore 2,55,000. So into 1/6 करेंगे तो इट विल बी डिवाइड बाय 6 करो into 100 एंड डिवाइड बाय 6, यू विल गेट द वैल्यूएशन, कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी। आपको क्या मिलेगा? कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी। हाउ मच इट इज कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी? डू इट। 1,02,55 1 crore 2,55,000 divide by 6. 1 minute, यहाँ पे there is one. 1 minute, huh? 1 minute. See here, 1 minute. तो पे अटेंशन हियर. तो हम लोग को यहाँ पे कैपिटलाइजेशन में क्या करना है. कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी में व्हाट इज कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी. कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ एफएमपी मींस इफ एफएमपी इज इक्वल टू 16 2/3%, देन व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ बिजनेस. तो यहाँ पे दे से दैट हमारा इफ द प्रॉफिट इज 16 2/3%, देन व्हाट विल बी द टोटल 100% वैल्यू. तो हम लोग को ये पता है 16 2/3, जो 16 2/3 है वो अगर एक हिस्सा है तो 100 इज द फुल. तो 100 इज द, तो यहाँ पे देखो 1,02,000, यहाँ पे आई एम राइटिंग 1,02,550 इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच. इज इक्वल टू 16 2/3%, which is equal to 16 2/3, 2 divided by 3, 2/3%. So value of business 100%. ये जो हमारा 100 है, it is nothing but 1/6. ठीक है. ये अगर एक हिस्सा है, दिस इज 16 2/3% इज नथिंग बट 1/6. 16 2/3% इज नथिंग बट 1/6. तो मैंने ये ब्रैकेट में लिख दिया. इसको सॉल्व करेंगे तो हमें क्या आंसर आता है. इसको सॉल्व करने पे हमें आंसर आता है 1/6. तो अगर ये 1,02,550 ये 1/6 है, इफ इट इज 1/6, तो अगर ये 1% है, 1%, तो 6 की अगर ये एक हिस्सा, इफ इट इज 1 शेयर, 1/6 का 1/6 अगर ये है तो पूरा 6 शेयर क्या होगा. समझ में आ रहा है. अगर ये 6 में से एक शेयर है, इफ 6 में से 1 शेयर इज 1,02,550, देन हाउ मच इज द ऑल द 6 शेयर्स. 100% वैल्यू कितना रहेगा. इफ 1 share of profit is 1,02,550, then all the share means if in a piece, like I always explain, if there is one pizza which is having 6 pieces, the value of one piece is 1,02,550, then what will be the value of all the 6 pieces. What will be the value of all the 6 pieces. Like if 1 share of profit, this is share of profit is 1,02,550, then what will be the whole share. मतलब पूरा अगर एक शेयर का इतना वैल्यू है तो पूरे 6 शेयर्स का कितना वैल्यू होगा, which will be equal to how much. If 1 share is this much, then how much will be the 6 shares ka value. If you will get by 1,02,50 into 6, you will get the value of business. You will get the value of business. क्या value मिलेगा. multiply करो, you will get the value of business. This is inclusive of goodwill. This is inclusive of goodwill. So it is coming to how much. It is coming to 6,15,300. It is coming to how much. 6,15,300. So last step, goodwill is equal to, so one more thing we will have to calculate here. तो गुडविल क्या होगा. गुडविल विल बी इक्वल टू, गुडविल है यहाँ पे आएगा कैपिटलाइजेशन of FMP, that is including goodwill, capitalization of FMP. This is what? Value of business including goodwill minus capital employed, this is value of business excluding goodwill, this is excluding goodwill. तो हमने तो कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड अभी तक फाइंड ही नहीं किया. सो व्हाट वी विल हैव टू डू, वील हैव टू कैलकुलेशन ऑफ कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. कैलकुलेशन ऑफ कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड तो किया ही नहीं. सो विल गो हियर, वी विल कैलकुलेट कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. तो कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड क्या करेंगे, कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड कैसे निकालेंगे, पर्टिकुलर्स and rupees. So we'll take all the assets. तो assets हमारे पास क्या है, उसका रिवाइज वैल्यूज दिया है, तो हमें रिवाइज वैल्यू दिया हुआ है. सो हियर स्टॉक का रिवाइज वैल्यू है, कैश फिक्स एसेट का है, एंड देन देयर इज लैंड का रिवाइज वैल्यू गिवन. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, एक्सेप्ट गुडविल मैं सारा असेट्स ले लूंगी. I will take all the assets except goodwill. So उसका मैं नया वैल्यू जो दिया है, अब कैश एंड बैंक का नया वैल्यू नहीं है. सो कैश एंड बैंक का ओल्ड वैल्यू है 10,000. सो कैश एंड बैंक का आई विल राइट हियर 10,000. डेटर्स इज हाउ मच, डेटर्स इज 95,000 and there is a doubtful debts of 3,000. So 95,000 minus 3,000. So 95,000 में there is a doubtful debts of 3,000. So this will become 92,000. फिर then we have stock, इसका नया वैल्यू दिया है, stock 50,000, factory fixed asset 2,50,000 and land 1,50,000. So then I will write the new values given. मेरे को स्टॉक का 50,000 दिया है, फैक्ट्री फिक्स एसेट इज 2,50,000 रिवाइज्ड वैल्यू गिवन, एंड लैंड का नया वैल्यू दिया है 1,50,000. गुडविल हमें नहीं लेना है बिकॉज हमें कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड विदाउट गुडविल चाहिए. सो दिस विल बी टोटल. Add all of this, how much you are getting, add all of this, how much you are getting, 10,000 plus 92,000 plus 50,000 plus 2,50,000 plus 1,50,000, which is equal to 5,52,000. इसमें से we will less external liabilities. External liabilities. In the external liabilities, what we have, I think we have only creditors. External loan to, because amalgamation one company, 50,000 ka only creditors is there. So we will have to less only creditors, which is how much, 50,000. 50,000. So हमें क्या मिल जाएगा, ये दोनों को लेस करके कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड मिल जाएगा. सो टोटल लाइबिलिटीज में बिकॉज ओनली क्रेडिटर इज देयर, आई एम नॉट राइटिंग द टोटल. सो कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड इज 5,02,000. कैसे, 5,52,000 में से 50,000 गया. सो वी गॉट द कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड एक्सक्लूडिंग गुडविल. So how much will be the value of goodwill? So value of goodwill will be 6,15,300 minus 5,02,000. 5,02,000. What we get, how much will be the goodwill? The value of goodwill will be, the value of goodwill will be how much? The difference amount, which is equal to how much? Which is equal to 1,13,300. So lastly, this is what was asked to find out. So we have found out goodwill is 1,13,300. They had asked us to goodwill to be valued. We had to value the goodwill. So we have done the valued the goodwill. With this sum is done. Thank you very much, everyone.